Significant figures are often known for being confusing, but they play an important role in science. Sig Figs come from the measurements we make. We need to count significant figures to ensure our final calculations are not more precise than our initial measurements. Welcome to Sig Fig 101, those pesky zeros. Determining if a zero is significant can seem confusing at first, but once you learn the 5 rules, you'll be able to count them in no time. Rule 1. Non-zero numbers are always significant. Let's take a look at some examples and practice counting Sig Figs. 81 liters has 2 significant figures. Both the 8 and the 1 are non-zero numbers, therefore they are both significant. 2.65 centimeters has a total of 3 significant figures, while 9,744 seconds has 4 Sig Figs. All we had to do was count the non-zero numbers. Rule 5. Counting numbers and defined constants have an infinite number of significant figures. This means all our conversion factors have an infinite number of Sig Figs. Let's take a look at some examples. 14 atoms is a counting number, therefore it has an infinite number of Sig Figs. 12 objects is equal to 1 dozen. This is a conversion factor, so it also has an infinite number of Sig Figs. Rule 2. All final zeros to the right of a decimal are significant. Final zeros are zeros at the end of a number. Let's check out some examples. 1.00 grams contains 3 Sig Figs. In this case, both zeros are significant because they are at the end of the number and come after the decimal. 86.50 meters contains 4 Sig Figs. Rule 3. Any zero between significant figures is significant. These zeros are often referred to as sandwich zeros because they are sandwiched between 2 non-zero numbers. Here are some examples. 101 centimeters has 3 Sig Figs because the zero is sandwiched between 2 non-zero numbers. 284.706 grams contains 6 Sig Figs. Rule 4. Placeholder zeros are not significant. Placeholder zeros are removed when we write in scientific notation. In our first example, both leading zeros are not significant because they are placeholders. Therefore, there are only 2 Sig Figs. In our second example, there are also only 2 Sig Figs. This is because the 0 in 850 meters is simply a placeholder zero. How many Sig Figs are in our last example? Is the 0 significant? Yes, the 0 in 2.07 grams is not a placeholder 0. It's a sandwiched 0. Now for a quick check. 40.020 liters. Let's count the significant zeros. This 0 is significant, this 0 is significant, and this 0 is significant. Therefore, there are 5 total significant figures. 8,530 grams. This 0 is not significant. Therefore, there are only 3 Sig Figs. 0.060 meters. This 0 is not significant. This 0 is not significant. But this 0 is significant. There are a total of 2 Sig Figs. Now you know how to count Sig Figs and deal with pesky zeros.